Empower Stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Up next, it's our main event between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go at Mile High. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's first and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Throwing on second, Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. It's going to be first down, Denver.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
It'll be this group's job, watching the film, to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Now a second down throw for Nix. Man at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. Third down upcoming.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
He finds Ingram working downfield here. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Dobbins escapes the defender. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Up second and goal.
Next to throw on second. Looking end zone, but way too much on it. It goes through and incomplete. That's going to bring up third and goal.
Incomplete.
And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Broncos! Troy Franklin scoring there to end an 8-play drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop them.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops.
At their own 34-yard line.
Look at this. 3 tight ends to the right on his first and 10. They'll go with Dowdle on the run. And maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Working on second down. Rogers escapes the pocket. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up third down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To throw, Rodgers. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. Fourth down coming up. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3 and out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
On fourth down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Nick's looking to throw. Pressure is there, and the Steelers send him to the ground. That's T.J. Watt. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. Trying again following the sack. Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. So they'll get to scheme about this third down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. 7-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at third and very long. Now Nix. That one finds his man, Ingram. There's the stop, but 22 yards given up before it. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
You want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate? It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play. It puts so much doubt into that defense and that defensive coordinator, too.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
The tackle made back at the 48-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. Third down upcoming.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction, with how well the defense had that one covered.
Third and long for him here. And once again, they can't connect.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Fourth down, the offense is staying on the field. They're going for it. Nick's now to throw. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That's It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, to really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Now Rodgers. Setting up the running back screen. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. A massive gain on that humble screen pass. 35 yards.
First down, Steelers.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Here's the give to Dowdle. And he's going to be stopped a few yards from the end zone, just a couple from what would have been 1st and goal. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Going power with a big tight end. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Washington running between the tackles. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Give to Washington. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
Wow, tight end gets it again. They are leaning on him big time in this one. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
They've been kept out so far. Need to find a couple more yards here on 3rd and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Stopped at the line on 2nd. Need to fight forward 2 more yards here on 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers. Hits his target in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Michael Pittman Jr. scoring there to end an 8-play drive. Mike McCarthy, always offensive-minded, right? He wants him to go for 2.
The Steelers will line up.
Throwing here just before halftime. Caught at the 1. And he will reach the end zone, so a perfect ending to the first half. They get a touchdown and take on the 2-point try.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. The run with Dowdle. There it is! Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Ball carrier. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
Broncos 7. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Pitching it out to Dobbins. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Finds Dobbins with the dump off. And give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Here's Nix to throw. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Nix. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. Taken down finally to curtail the damage, but still 22 yards on that pickup. And that's going to give the Broncos a 1st down.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. Sebastian Joseph Day.
It's a 10-yard loss.
And that will now make it 2nd and 20 to go.
At the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Here's Nix. This is Sutton working the right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9, now 9 is what they need on third down. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's third and even longer now. Throwing here, Nix. Buys time, rolling right. That one connects. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Working quickly here.
Leads to second and goal.
Throwing on second, Nix. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force third and goal. Well, this just hasn't been the game they've wanted score-wise, Brock, and it has them as a result of that feeling like they've got to keep putting it up and taking chances here till the end.
And I'd say, Kate, right there, that was the kind of chance. When you get a one-on-one, you've got to find a way to win it, but this defense has been doing their job.
Third and goal, here's Nix. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton on the 12th play of that series. Now the offense and Nix coming to the line and looking to tack on 2 more.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Chased out to his right. And he gets into the end zone. This one all tied up here in the fourth quarter. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. Just like that. We're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? You know who Steven is?
Good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive. Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
First down now, ball at the 33. The inside give to Dowdle. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Second and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. To throw is Rogers. Flushed out of the pocket. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And he's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. A pickup of 17. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. And a draw, it's Dowdle. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the place. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw it. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. To throw. Left side pulled in by Pittman. And they get the first down. This also moves him into range, Brock, for a potential game-winning field goal.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
All set to go now from the 35. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
See, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. On the ground again with Dowdle. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Now to throw. Cut at the 10-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. They go inside, give to Washington. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. An entire stadium of pressure now on Chris Boswell. And there's the whistle, so a timeout called before he can even try this one. Veteran kicker, though, been in the league for quite a while. He knew it was coming, been through it before, so he'll just take a few more empty swings and line up again in a moment. Down to 5 seconds and likely 1 snap left here in regulation. They go handoff to Washington. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play.
A 21-yard attempt.
The kick is good. He got it.
Good.
And he drills the chip shot to win them this game. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And with overtime in their